Join us to navigate your awakening as we share the ancient science of transformation. Practicing this ancient wisdom will help you tune into your power and unlock your greatest potential. If you are ready to embark on your awakening and discover your soul path, then please welcome your host and transformation expert, Trenayce.
Welcome to Season 2 of Navigating the Awakening. This is The Rising. I am your host, Trenayce. Thank you for joining me today. I greet you in the love and in the light of the infinite creator. I would like to begin with the internal light meditation so that we can all align our energies with the cosmos, with the universal light of Source. If you are driving or listening to this and not able to close your eyes, then please simply open your heart and allow the intention of healing to move through you. Allow each breath to relax you more and more as we go deeper. Let's begin. First breath in. Breathe out. Second breath in. Breathe out. Third breath in. Breathe out. Relax. Allow your breaths to find their natural rhythm. With each breath in, allow yourself to become centered and focused. And with each exhalation, release all tension and stress, any mental distractions or images, and allow yourself to be in this moment in meditation. Focus your attention on the center of your chest. See your internal light as it illuminates your heart, as it fills your heart with brilliant, healing white light. Continue to see this light as it grows brighter and brighter with each and every breath, removing all heavy, negative, or dark energies, allowing your heart to be filled with peace, love, joy, and forgiveness. Continue to see this light as it grows brighter and brighter, moving throughout your chest in all directions, moving into the lungs, feeling the lungs with healing energies, removing any blockages, allowing each and every red blood cell that passes through your heart and your lungs to be filled with healing light, carrying this energy to every extremity of your body. And now see this light as it fills your chest completely, moving up into your shoulders, down into your arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, and moving into your palms and fingertips, allowing for healing energies to flow through your palms, radiating out into the world and all around you. Continue to see this light as it moves up through your neck, releasing tension and stress, moving into your cheeks, your ears, your nose, your eyes, your forehead, and moving up into your crown, activating the connection with your higher self, allowing for clear communication, clear downloads. And now see this light as it flows into your diaphragm and your stomach, allowing for deeper breathing, the releasing of toxins, releasing of energies through your exhalation that no longer serve your highest good. Continue to see the light as it flows into the small intestine and the large, activating healing within these organs of digestion and assimilation, And now see this light as it flows into the kidneys, the liver, the gallbladder, the spleen, the pancreas, and the bladder. All of your organs, tissues, and cells are now filled with healing light, bringing you into perfect health, perfect balance, aligning you with all that is good, all that is desired. And now continue to see this light as it flows into your colon, into the uterus, into the sex organs, bringing healing and balance to these parts of your body that are concerned with healing, release, and regeneration, giving you the courage and the wisdom to know when to release all energies that no longer serve your highest good. And now see the light as it passes through your hips, moving through your thighs, your knees, your calves, and your ankles, moving into the soles of your feet, allowing you to be filled with healing white light, bringing you into the highest vibrations of health and well-being. Continue to see this light as it flows through the soles of your feet, turning into silver cords that move deep into Mother Earth, anchoring you and grounding you to Mother Earth, allowing for the release of any excess energies to flow through these cords, to be given to Mother Earth to create something beautiful. And now see the light that is within you as it fills you completely, bringing balance, bringing greater joy, greater peace, greater love. Allow this light to now move through the pores of your body, turning into a beautiful golden white light, nourishing you in the highest levels, bringing protection to you on every side. See yourself now surrounded in a beautiful golden white light bubble, and the light within you is of the golden color. Allow yourself to be nourished, to be awakened, to be healed, to be restored, to be aligned with the universal forces of creation, bringing you into perfect harmony with source energy. Allow this energy to now grow brighter and brighter, spreading throughout the space you are in, the room you are in, feeling this space with golden white light, bringing all into its highest vibrations, the highest healing levels that can be reached at this time, aligning all with their highest good, bringing into your life all that is desired. Continue to see this light as it passes through the walls, the obstacles that are around you very easily, moving out into your greater environment, into your neighborhood, your town, your village, your city, allowing for this beautiful golden white light to spread in all directions, 360 degrees all around you. And allow this light to bring all things into balance that it comes in contact with, raising the vibration of your city, your town, your village, bringing all into alignment, allowing all life that desires this light to receive it completely, to reconnect them to source, to align them with their highest good, with their divine self. And now continue to see this beautiful golden light as it spreads, moving throughout your country and now throughout the world, where all of our lights join together as one, eliminating the illusion of separation and allowing for oneness through our hearts, through our light, through our love. Continue to see our light as it grows brighter and brighter, feeling the space throughout Mother Earth, allowing for this light to grow stronger and stronger in brilliance and vibration, in healing power and strength, raising all of humanity into the heights of perfection, allowing for healing on the cellular level. Allow our desire, our intention, our love for one another to heal each and every person on this planet in need of healing at this time. Allow this love energy to now reach deep into Mother Earth, moving beyond the surface of the land and the water, moving deep, connecting with our light family that is subterranean and beneath the waters. Allowing for all of us to join as one through our light, through our love, and our remembrance of one another as one family of light. Let us be connected through our hearts. Let us bring healing to the entire light family, to strengthen us, to allow us to reclaim our planet and bring it back into the light. And now let our lights all join together, reconnecting us through our hearts, expanding this light beyond our planet, going out into our galaxy, our universe, and now into the multiverse, reconnecting us with our galactic family, our star family, uniting us and allowing us to be in remembrance of our oneness, of our history, of the truth of where we have all come from. We are all divine beings of light, and it is time for us to awaken. Allow this to empower us, to remove all darkness from our hearts, from our beings, bringing balance with the light, with our love, and with our oneness and reconnection to Source. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you, family. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so today we will begin our discussion with the number 6 in the Minor Arcana. These cards are divided into the 4 kingdoms of earth, fire, water, and air, and are represented by the 4 seasons. In our previous episode, we discussed Arcanum number 6, the 2 paths, and this is Venus. The 6s correspond numerically to the planet Venus, which deals with love, art, music, and drama, as well as social functions. Therefore, the 6s carry these meanings as well. Venus is also about wealth. So this is also part of this energy of the 6. Wealth or poverty, the 2 paths, these extremes. There are more common divinatory significances, and they are indicated by the suit. The 6 of scepters is also the 6 of wands, which is the suit of clubs. This card represents the summer and fire energy. The divinatory significance is music, art, or drama. Its inner interpretation is ambition. The 6 of cups is also the suit of hearts. This card represents the autumn and fall and is water energy. The divinatory significance of this card is a love affair. Doesn't mean necessarily having an affair in your relationship, but you falling in love, a love affair of the heart. And this inner interpretation is attainment. The Six of Coins is also the suit of diamonds. This card represents the spring and air energy. The divinatory significance of this card is a social event, and it will be a big one, a beautiful one, because it's ruled by Venus. Its inner interpretation is repression. Now, the Six of Swords is also the suit of spades. This card represents the winter and the earth element. The divinatory significance of this card is dissipation. And dissipation means a descent into drunkenness, into darkness, and the depleting of sexual energy. Also, it is a squandering of money, of personal energy or resources. Its inner interpretation is mastership. So these are the meanings of the number 6 cards in the Minor Arcanum of the ancient Egyptian tarot. And once again, you will find many differences between the ancient tarot and the modern day tarot meanings. Now, the Two Paths card is Venus, and this is about temptation. Arcanum number 6 represents the temptations that always come to those who attain power. This temptation is even greater among those who understand invisible energies. Many people who come into power have studied much of what you are learning already within the secret schools, within those Masonic lodges. And they teach them many things that are not taught to the common people. And once they attain great power, then there is a great temptation to misuse the knowledge, to have even more control over the people of the planet. Now, we are advised by the ancient teachings that if this power is misused, then their lot will be terrible. And it is something when people, the common people, look at people who have great power on the planet or great wealth, and they resent them or they dislike them for some reason. You have to be aware that just because someone has power or they have great wealth doesn't necessarily make them evil. And so that is also a negative connotation that many people have. But no matter what we have chosen to live in this life, because you have chosen your path, and you can always choose differently. That is why we have free will. No matter what you are living, we all are tested, and you must all pass your tests. We are all here together having this very unique physical experience, but we are all spiritual beings who have chosen to incarnate on this planet. So no matter what, most times when people have great wealth and great power, their tests are even greater because their temptations are greater. They have more money to do more good or more evil. And so just thank your lucky stars that you have chosen the life that you have chosen. And be conscious of your choices because everyone must choose. That is number 6, Arcanum number 6, the Venus energy, is about choosing between vice or virtue. Now, for those who have greater resources, greater connections, more power, then they do have greater temptation. And as we are warned by the ancients, that if their power is misused, they will suffer not only in this life, but they will suffer beyond this life because the soul is eternal. They will curse themselves, it is said, and it's because they knew better, but they chose not to heed the laws of the universe. Remember, you can choose not to obey the laws of the universe. That is what free will is all about. But they become cursed because they become the slaves to the very forces that they imagine themselves to be in control of. So you will find, as we continue to move forward into the ancient tarot, that we will move into the darker side of magic, which is being practiced on this planet very much so. A lot of people practice black magic because they want to be in control of others. They want to have great power. They want someone to fall in love with them. But be aware that that is a very bad path to start to move down. Because as you believe that you have mastered the darkness to heed you, to listen to you, to do your evil will, you yourself will become a slave to that very darkness that you believe that you have control of. And that's not in the sense of finding balance within the self and mastering your own darkness. That is truly what we are supposed to be doing, is learning to master our own darkness and bring balance to the light and the darkness within us. That is what the third dimension is all about, mastering power. And the test is also power, self-empowerment, and not becoming greedy and wanting to be empowered over others, but truly maintaining the balance within so that the balance is then manifested without in our society. And so it is evident, it is very, very evident that black magic has played a big part in creating this world that we see today, these societies and these cultures, because you see the imbalance. Everything is manifested. All you have to do is look. And if you know what you're looking at, you can see what is being played out, what energies have affected this world that we are in. When you see great wealth in a society and great poverty right next to one another, there is great imbalance. And that shows a manipulation of power. And so how did that come about? That comes about through manipulating knowledge, wisdom, and using the knowledge of invisible forces to control the people so that you steal their wealth, you take their wealth from them, and you make them very poor. And so we see this all around the world, all around the world. In every country, you can find it in some way. But in those places that we call third world countries, it is to the extremes where people don't even have clean water. And then you can go just around the corner, maybe just a couple minutes away, and people have golden gates around their homes. And this to me is very saddening because it is something that humanity must begin to balance, because we are in the time of the reckoning when these energies must be balanced. The universe is forcing this balance to come about. And that is why we are in the time of the sixth sun. And as we are in the sixth sun, this balance is going to be brought about. So you will see many shifts and changes happening on our planet in order to bring about the balance. And the way that you can assist in this and helping to bring balance to our planet, to all of the societies and all of the people on the planet, is to first work within yourself, because everything outside of us is only a mirror of what is going on inside of us. So the more that we do our light work, which is what we do when we start the show, our internal light meditation, And the more that we work on our shadow energy, which is something you can learn more about on my podcast of the ancient Toltecs and the shadow work. If you go to my website at awakenthehealing.com, just scroll down and you'll see more information on the shadow work and why you need to be doing shadow work at this time. It is our job, and that is why we have incarnated on this planet at this time, to help bring the balance. This is what the sixth energy brings to us, is more balance through choosing a path, light or darkness, vice or virtue. And this arcanum also uses hardships and obstacles to test the will. So if we're in the sixth sun, then you will see people going through more hardships and obstacles the more they resist the life of virtue. So now, quickly, I want to review the ancient Egyptian numerology before we move forward, because many of you have not gone back to season 1 in order to take this information down. And it is very important that you understand that the numerology of ancient Egyptian times is not the same as our modern day numerology. The ancient Egyptian numerology is based on the 22 number system, which is all about the 22 major arcana. And the modern day numerology is the numbers 1 through 9. So this is going to give you different vibrations. And some of them will be alike and some will be different. It just depends on what name you are breaking down. So I'm going to give you this list. I want you to have a pen and paper so that you can write these down. It's very important that you understand this as we move forward, because we are going to start to break down the name so that you can do charts on your name based on ancient Egyptian numerology and astrology. And it's very, very powerful. So I want you to take this down. Now we're going to review this, and it won't be in the same detail that I gave you in our first season. So you're always welcome to go back to those earlier episodes to research that. But if you follow each and every one of the 22 major arcana, then you can basically fill in the rest of the details for yourself, because each card is represented within the major arcana. So number 1 is letter A, and this is Mercury. Number 2 is letter B, and this is Virgo. Number 3 is letter G, as in girl, and this is Libra. Number 4 is letter D, as in dog, and this is Scorpio. Number 5 is letter E, as in Edward, and this is Jupiter. Number 6 has 3 letters. It's letter V, U, and W, and this is Venus. Number 7 is the letter Z, as in zebra, and this is Sagittarius. Number 8 has the letters H and CH, and this is Capricorn. TH together. And this is Aquarius. And number 10 has the letters I, Y, and J. And this is Uranus. Number 11 has the letters C and K. C and K. And this is Neptune. Number 12 is the letter L, and this is Pisces. Number 13 is the letter M, as in Mary, and this is Aries. Number 14 is the letter N, as in Nancy, and this is Taurus. Number 15 is the letter X, and this is Saturn. Number 16 is the letter O, and this is Mars. Number 17 are the letters F, P and PH, and this is Gemini. Number 18 are the letters SH together, TS together, TZ together, and this is Cancer. Number 19 is the letter Q, and this is Leo. Number 20 is the letter R, and this is the Moon. Number 21 is the letter S, and this is the Sun. And number 22 has the letter T. Now, it has two meanings because the letter T upright means Earth, and the letter T upside down means Pluto. This is the number 22. So 22 stands for an upright T as in Earth and an upside down T as in Pluto. Please keep this chart available because we will be speaking about how to break your name down and use this chart in order to find the energies that are very powerful within your own being, okay? And so now, after our station break, we will begin our discussion on the Conqueror, the 7th of the 22 major arcana in the sacred Egyptian tarot. We'll be right back in just a moment.
The cutting edge of conscious radio, Om Times Radio, IOM FM. Host your show on IOM FM, the radio network of Om Times Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of Om Times. Hosting a show on IOM FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
Awaken the Healing, Reclaim Your Life is a podcast that will change your life. If you are interested in expanding your consciousness and being self-empowered, then please tune in to our show. You can find us at awakenthehealing.com or on your favorite podcast app or platform. It's time for you to reclaim your life.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
If I could be you,
and you could be me,
for just 1 hour.
If you could find a way
to get inside
each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Welcome back to Navigating the Awakening. Now let's begin our discussion on the Conqueror, also known as the Chariot card in the modern day tarot. This is the 7th card of the 22 major arcana in the sacred Egyptian tarot. The Conqueror astrologically relates to the zodiacal sign of Sagittarius. In occult science, the meaning is spiritual astrology. The human function is the sense of smell. The natural remedy are herbs like mallow, wood betony, featherfew, and agrimony. The colors are the lighter shades of purple, which relate to the crown chakra. The mineral is red garnet, and other stones mixed with red and green, including turquoise. The letter is Z, and the number is 7. And remember, all of these are synonymous. Z7 expresses in the spiritual world as the septenary dominion of spirit over matter. And septenary is about 7 steps. And you will see the number 7 used a lot in the Bible and many different scriptures and cultures throughout the world, religious symbols in the way of seven, something around the number seven, seven heavens, and so on. Seven is about dominion over matter through the spirit, okay? And there will be 7 steps, 7 phases of your transformation. This is part of alchemy. Now, in the intellectual world, it expresses as the priesthood and the empire. So if you think about that, those are very powerful places throughout history. If you've been in the priesthood, that was a ruling caste, and the empire is usually made up around a priesthood or those in power in that way, where you begin to have kings and queens and that sort of thing. This is the intellectual world. It expresses in that way. Now, in the physical world, it is the submission of elements and forces of matter to the intelligence and forces of humans. So it is overcoming those elemental forces through your intelligence, learning how to outsmart the devil. All right, so now please close your eyes in order to see the 2 paths. I'm sorry, that was the card number 6. In order to see the conqueror within your mind. Just as it was done in ancient times, the conqueror is the energy of Sagittarius. Arcanum number 7 is pictured as a man standing within a war chariot of square form. Remember that the shapes of things are very important. So this war chariot is a square form. It has a starry canopy over the top of it that is lifted up by 4 columns. This man is a conqueror who is advancing forward. He is covered with a breastplate and a backplate, and armed with a sword and a scepter. He wears a crown which has 3 pentagrams raised on top of it. These are 3 golden stars with 5 points. He has the sacred serpent thrusting from his brow, and there are 2 sphinxes harnessed to the chariot out front. Now, the square chariot symbolizes the material world, and it is vanquished by the work of the wheel. The 4 columns supporting the canopy of stars represent the 4 quadrants of the heavens, which surround the conqueror. They also represent the 4 elemental kingdoms that have submitted to the master of the scepter and the sword. Upon the front of the chariot is pictured a sphere sustained by 2 outspread wings. So that's a circle in the center with wings on either side. And this is the symbol of the immortal flight of the soul. Remember, the circle always represents the soul energy. And this is the immortal flight of the soul, meaning that it is forever, eternal. And this soul travels through the infinitude of space and time. Now, the sacred serpent that is at the conqueror's brow signifies the possession of intellectual light. He is filled with light, which makes clear all of the arcanum of good fortune. So he's filled with good energy, good light. The 3 golden stars or pentagrams rising from his crown symbolize the dominion of man in all 3 worlds, physical, astral, and spiritual. You need to hear that. It's very powerful. Not only is he wearing a crown, which signifies power and dominion over himself, first of all, but now the dominion over all three worlds, be they physical, astral, and spiritual. The human is a very, very powerful being. You need to know that about yourself. Now, upon his breastplate are drawn a T-square and two tri-squares. The T-square or tau symbolizes virile life force, meaning very, very strong life force. And the two tri-squares indicate the rectitude of judgment that enables the conqueror to direct this force, either to the right or to the left, into mental or physical power, as occasion demands. He is in full control of his power and the force, and he knows which way to direct the force, either using the sword or the scepter. Now, the breastplate signifies resistance. There is some resistance to this conqueror. And the high-held sword is the emblem of physical victory over the lower elements. And the scepter indicates a mental conquest. The scepter is surmounted by a square, a circle, and a triangle. The square represents matter. The circle represents the spirit. And the triangle represents the mind. When seen together, they denote the perpetual dominion of intelligence over all realms, all seven forces of nature. The two sphinxes, one is white and the other is black, are harnessed to the chariot. They represent the four emblems for the zodiacal quadrants. Remember, there are animals for each one of those quadrants. And the Sphinx is a combination of all of those powers brought together. And they also represent the passage of time. The white Sphinx represents fortunate times, and the black represents times of adversity. Both experiences assist the soul in becoming victorious over all challenges met in the physical incarnation. Now, numerically, the number 7 is composed of the numbers 3 and 4. Now, you can also add 5 and 2 together. We won't go into the different breakdowns of the numbers and how it changes the meaning of 7 or how it's composed, but I'm going to give you an example of the 3 and the 4 because these are pretty much the top, okay, because we're talking about physical and spiritual energy here. Now, the 3 and 4 express action and completion. It is the number of perfect form on the physical plane. Now, the number 9 is also about completion and perfection within the fourth dimensional form. But within the third dimension, the 7 is about completion and perfection. So this is why you see the number 7 being used so much in these ancient texts. Now, a scale of 7 is said to be better, therefore to indicate physical tones and electromagnetic vibrations. But a scale of 9 is more convenient to indicate astral tones and thought vibrations. Thus, in the third dimension, we use the idea of perfection of form through the number 7. And it expresses in the numbers 3 plus 4. The 3s are an active principle, and the 4s are reactions to the form. And this goes very deep, but it gives you an idea of the power of the number 7. It's very enigmatic. It has a lot of meanings. and it's very powerful. Now, in astrology, Sagittarius is pictured as the starry centaur with a bow fully drawn, indicating its combative qualities. Sagittarius is a dual sign, adapting itself to both scepter and sword. It is the natural ruler of philosophy and travel. Its chief mental characteristics being obedience to the ruling authority, discipline, prompt decisions, self-control, and power to command others. Now, you will find this in the Sagittarius rising people. They have this energy very strong within them, that they can be combative. And this is where you get the centaur with the bow fully drawn. They're ready to fight for truth and justice. This is the power of Sagittarius. They love to be balanced. They want balance. And this is why they love to study philosophy. They're natural rulers of philosophy. They can really move deep into things. If you give them just an ounce of something, they can study it and begin to break it down. They love this. Now, they are very mental beings. They have a chief mental characteristic, and they are more obedient to the ruling authority. So if the ruling authority is just, then they will submit to whatever it is that they are asked to do. They are disciplined people when they are in balance. They can make prompt decisions because they do think very deeply, usually before they make a decision. They've pretty much already decided what they're going to do. They can have very high levels of self-control. And they tend to take power over others in the sense of others love to follow them. It's a natural thing. They just submit to them. People feel their power and their sense of fairness, and they just want to follow them, basically. So they do have a power to command others. Now, the human function of Arcanum number 7, it has been explained that the planet Jupiter corresponds to the electromagnetic body, and this body is nourished by electromagnetic energy. The electromagnetic energy of the nervous system enables it to both broadcast and receive shortwave radiation, just like a shortwave radio and telephone uses. Now, this is very deep because this is the human function. It's actually putting this electromagnetic energy into play, that it begins to not only build it up, as we saw in Arcanum number 5 with the Hierophant, where this body is being created through mind, through our experiences of thought, putting those into play, grounding ourselves and things of that nature. Now we're in Arcanum number 7, and this electromagnetic energy has expanded. Remember, if you do not deplete your energy, if you do not deplete your energy through doing too much of something, your desires being too much, eating too much sex, too much of something takes your energy away from you. Even talking too much depletes your energy. If you allow your energy to build, and this is why you see within monasteries, some monasteries are sworn to silence. They don't talk. These men and women that practice this become very, very powerful because just through speaking, you're using energy, and you deplete yourself through talking too much. So when you allow this energy to build up within the body, going through the 7 stages, the 7 levels of power within you, then this electromagnetic form becomes so powerful that it will enable you to broadcast information and receive information through shortwave radiation, just like a radio uses, just like a shortwave radio. And telephones and telegraphs worked on the same energy. You are literally a human telephone, a human radio. So you have to understand that about yourself. And you have to understand that when you put yourself in fields of radiation, like with your cell phones, you need to have a distance with your cell phone, because that is an unnatural form of radiation, and you are a natural. You emit natural forms of radiation, just like the stars. That's who you are. You're literally an incarnated star, and you have this power. Now, the things that are around you, you will also see that as you build up in electromagnetic energy, that you will start to affect your telephone. It won't work right. Your computer won't work right. Many of those things that work on electromagnetic energy will start to act a little weird. And you will have to consciously be aware not to affect them, because you can mess them up where they actually just die on you all the time, or they just black out or whatever. You'll start to see that happen. And that's letting you know that your electromagnetic body is getting very strong. You have to be even more aware of your thoughts at that point, because they're starting to affect the reality around you. Now, as an aid to tuning into the desired wavelengths, you can also use incense, and this has been found very helpful. Remember that the sense of smell, is dominated by the Sagittarius energy through this Arcanum number 7, the Conqueror. Sagittarius rules the sense of smell, and it has to be used in a proper way. So you can use the incense or perfumes, essential oils, to raise or lower your vibration. So you should be using very high vibrating, good smells, sweet smells, soft smells. Those things raise your vibration. Stinky things lower your vibration. And that seems like it would make sense. Now, Arcanum number 7 in magic, I want to share this with you very quickly. This represents the power of projection, of sending the astral form to a distance. And this is the astral traveling. Number 7 rules this. And the power of attraction, of compelling the astral form of another to appear and obey whatever commands may be given. And this is also the same symbolical import as the Seal of Solomon, the 2 interface equilateral triangles. Now, next to the pentagram, which is the 5-pointed star, the Seal of Solomon is the most important magical diagram because it represents the macrocosm and its laws, thus indicating its use to be familiar with nature. Its user is familiar with nature and endowed with a great level of intelligence. This symbol, the Seal of Solomon, is more commonly known today as the Star of David. And we can go deeper into this next week when we revisit this. But I don't want to miss out on sharing the initiation with you. Now, Arcanum number 7 in the initiation, the evolving soul is on a pilgrimage. With Arcanum number 7, this indicates physical initiation is completed. Remember, I told you number 7, it's 7 levels of power. And when you reach that 7th level, the physical initiation is completed. It shows proficiency in both science and magic. The temptations of the material world have been surmounted, and the neophyte has gained complete mastery over the lower self. The body is under the control of a disciplined will, and whatever knowledge concerning spiritual things is obtainable in the external world has been gained. This is the evolving soul. This is part of your initiation into the higher levels on your divine path. As your soul is traveling through different incarnations, you are on a pilgrimage. And as you reach these different levels, you will become a master of the physical reality and all of the elements. This can be done while you are in your physical form. Know this, but you must follow the laws of the universe in order for this to be in balance and work for your good, because you're always working for the highest good of all. We use our knowledge to benefit humanity in the highest way. Please tune in next week as we dive deeper into the sacred Egyptian tarot to discover Arcanum number 8, the balance, also known as the strength card in the modern day tarot. I leave you in the love and in the light of the infinite creator. Have a beautiful week.